Hello 11th class. This is your chapter 7 data file handling and lecture number 4. So today's class topic is first we will learn about associativity of operators, then typecasting, then math module and then I will give you the homework. So the first one is associativity of operator. So what is associativity of operator? That is, it is the order in which an expression having multiple operators of same precedence is evaluated. Okay, when you have the multiple operator at the same level, then you have to then it is the associativity of the operators. So almost all operators have left to right associativity except the exceptional operator which has right to left associativity. Okay, so all the operators have the associativity from left to right. Now for example, if an expression contains multiplication, division and modulus, then they will be evaluated from left to right because they are at the same level. Okay, so they will be evaluated from left to right. Take a look on the example. So this is the example. So here first we have to solve the multiply, that is 8 multiplied by 9. Okay, so 8 multiplied by 9, then divide by 11, floor division 2. Okay, so this 8 is multiplied with this. First of all we have to put this associativity level rule. So it says from left to right. Okay, so this 9 is divided by 11. Okay, then again bracket, then floor division 2, then it will calculate the result and then show the output. So first when you solve this, then it will give you 3.0. Next, the next statement will give you 3.0. Next will give you the 0. And the last one will give you the 64.0. Now associativity of operators. So an expression having multiple this exponent operator is evaluated from the right to left, that is 3 star double star 4 double star 2 will be evaluated as first 3 double star 4 double star 2. Okay, not 3 double star 4 double star 2. So if the expression is given in this form without any bracket, so it will evaluate it from right to left. So now from right to left, first it will evaluate from 4 into 4 double star 2, then whatever the result will come, it will be the power of the 3. So now guess the output. The first question, 3 double star 4 double star 2, so it will give you this number. Next is this, so it will also give you the same number because this way you can also write this. Now next is 6561. Okay, you have to run these command in Python. Ideally it will show you the answer. So next is typecasting. Typecasting we also studied before. That what is typecasting? That is implicit and explicit. I explained this in my previous video. You can check that also. So typecasting we have learned in earlier section that in an expression with mixed type, Python internally changes the type of some operand so that all operands have same data type. So this type of conversion is automatic, that is implicit conversion. So the programmer does not know about this conversion, it will automatically do. So it is called the implicit conversion. Explicit, that is user defined conversion, when a user forces an expression to be a specific type. So this type of explicit conversion is of typecasting. Now you have to remember that in case of the input with numeric type, so whatever input is given to the input is of string type, and to use it as a number, so we have to convert it to integer using int function. So it is an explicit conversion or typecasting. Okay, so when you are using the input function and input function is used for the string type and you use it as a number, so we have to convert that number integer, that input statement with integer. Okay, so when you run the program you have to put this int before the input function. So this is a implicit explicit type casting. So now there are some example of typecasting. This number here, this int will come. Okay. Now because I want to print the integer value, so d equal to float a, as if a is of int type, then it will be converted to float. Now int 13.8 will give you the answer 7. Now int 20, that is in string, it will give you the 20 answer. Float 17, it will give you 17.0. Complex 17, so 17 plus 0j. Complex 27, so it will convert this in complex form. Okay, so these are the examples of the typecasting. Okay, you have just gone through with this and run each and every command in Python ideally. Now next one is your math module in Python. So you know the math module, working of the math module. So whatever the formula are there, okay, so Python will use these formulas under a name import math. Okay, so this is a standard library. So when you are using the Python recursion program, then you have to wait. Then you have to just okay. Now this math function, math module. So other than this built-in function, this Python provides many more functions through modules in standard library. So this provides a math library that works with all numeric type except for the complex number. This math module will not work with the complex number. So here first you need to import the math module. So you have to write the command import math. Okay, so this math module that contain a functions to perform the mathematical operation like finding square root of number, log of number, trigonometric function, etc. So these are some mathematical function. The first one is the ceil. How will you write? In the prototype math dot ceil, then you have to pass the number, numeric value. So description, it returns the number rounded to next integer. For example, math dot ceil 2.3, it will give you answer 3. Next is floor. So how will you write? This is math dot floor. So the answer is math floor 2 2.3. So it will just rounded the previous integer and give you the answer. Next is fabs. So it will give you the absolute value with a number without sign. So when you write the math fabs -4, it will give you the answer 4. Now next is, it will give you the answer -4. Okay, return the without any sign, so it will give you just 4. Now power will give the power of that number, sqrt will give the square root, and sign, this trigonometric function will return the sign value of that particular number. Next, uh, math dot exponent term. So this result natural e raised to the num. So mathematical dot expression 2, we cannot write this, so it will give you the answer 7.389. So next is some mathematical function. So the mathematical function, this pi has the value 3.141592. Now this math.e, it is a constant one, and it return the answer 3.730. 2.718281. So this is the constant value of exponent. Okay, so while writing any formula which uses a constant pi, you can use math.pi. Like if you want to calculate area of circle, so math.pi radius into radius. So valid arithmetic expression using math library. So these are arithmetic operation. How will you write? First is the math.power 2. Math.power 8 divided by 4 comma 2. So first it will divide it by 2, then it will be power of the that result. The result is 2, so it will give you the answer 2 raised to power 2. Next is math.sqrt, next to 2 plus math ceil. Okay, so you have to just go through with this and just check whether these are valid or invalid. Next is the invalid one. So here 20 plus divided by 4, it will give you the answer 20 plus 4. Now next is 2l plus b. So this is also an invalid expression. Next is math.power 0, comma minus 1. We can't take minus 1. Now math.log minus 5 plus 4 divided by 2. So it will give you the value in logarithmic. This is a log function. It is also invalid. So this is your homework. The question number 1 says what would be the output of the following code. Here you have to just write the output. Okay, based on these 5 conditions, this f will store some value. So you have to just print this 5 to, you have to just solve this question 1 and write the answer in your notebook. Second question is also what will be the output of the following procedure by these code statement. Okay, so this is also the question. So you have to write this question also and uh, post the answer on my mail ID. Okay, so that's it for this class. I hope you enjoy the video. So you have to just like it and subscribe it. So thank you and have a nice day.